You're listening to the Chic Code Podcast with Wirda Alyssa and Sophia Arissa. All things chic, candid, and comedy. Hey girlies, welcome back to another episode of the Chic Code Podcast, and this episode is proudly brought to you by the Acacia Geneo. Celebrate your wedding your way. Say goodbye to cookie cutter ballrooms and hello to the Acacia Geneo, where every celebration takes root. Enjoy airy, light-filled spaces, a beautifully themed decor, and Swensens unlimited catering to delight every guest. So you can follow the Acacia SG on Instagram and TikTok or call 6995-2602 to book your personal tour. Yes. Thank you so much.
To the couples out there that is looking for a venue to host your wedding, look no further because Acacia is the best in Singapore.
Yes.
It's affordable, the food is great, the venue is great, free parking on the weekends, it's near a very good hotel, Citadines.
Yes.
And yes, it's cheap tapi there's a no-no. Okay?
Betul.
And also all the partners that is working with Acacia, such as Airy,
Yes.
that is my wedding photographer.
Yep.
That one is the best. And also the Wedding Brocade is a very well-known Singaporean bridal brand lah.
Yeah, betul.
Kan? Shout out to Kat.
Yes, shout out to you guys.
Yes.
So memang worth it gila package ni.
Betul.
Also tadi kita lupa nak mention, it's also walking distance to Kent Ridge MRT. So it's very, very accessible.
Yes.
Yeah, so boleh check out the Acacia Geneo. And hari ini kita nak buat cerita hantu.
Oh no, jangan pandang kiri, benda halus tengah nyanyi. Oh no, bunyi di dinding macam ketawa tapi dingin. Cerita hantu kelakar seram. Ha 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 ha. Wirda Elisa, Sophia Arissa, buat aku resah. Cerita hantu kelakar seram. Ha 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 ha. Gelak dia pahit, manis tapi keras.
Okay, so cerita hantu pada hari ini. Let's see. Aku ada satu, and it's about a trip to Melaka.
Ui, semua
Mana
udang.
orang-orang Melaka? Ini cerita. Our Melaka trip felt very off. Yeah. Okay. Ui. Lagu dah meremang betul. Hello girl babes. Thank you for keeping it so real from the start of the Chic Code, and I've been enjoying it so far. And this is gonna be a long email, and I'm sorry in advance. I hope it won't bore anyone. It was supposed to be a normal family trip, just a 3 days 2 night getaway to Malacca from Singapore. 5 big families from my dad's side came together, plus cousins, plus kids. Around 20 people squeezed into one trip, one house, one agenda, and 0 personal space. And honestly, that was the whole point. Chaos was expected. Peace was not. We booked this massive penthouse style apartment that felt like a hotel and residence mixed together. It was the only place big enough for all of us, so everyone agreed without much debate. The place had stairs leading up to 3 bedrooms on the 2nd level. Downstairs, there was a balcony, a pool table, a kids' play area, a kitchenette, and 1 extra bedroom. 4 families stayed in that unit. Another uncle and his family stayed separately on a different floor. And there was also something odd about the layout. The upper level had an emergency door that could not be opened from inside. Only management had access to it. At the time, nobody thought much about it. The first night passed like any normal family gatherings, loud conversations, late night snacks, kids running around, adults catching up, Nothing unusual. My dad, though, has always been sensitive in a way we can't really explain. He picks up on things that others don't. He just gets quiet when something feels off. That one pakcik lah.
Yalah.
Right? The second night is when everything changed. We came back from Jonker Walk around 10 p.m. Everyone was tired, but nobody actually went to sleep. Of course not. It became another round of supper, laughter, and noise at the dining table. Everyone was there except one uncle. He was lying on the sofa, facing away from us, watching YouTube on his phone. He likes those paranormal and ghost videos, so nobody really questioned him. This uncle of mine has a very calm religious look. Sarung, white baju, kopiah. We call him Ayah. Okay. Around midnight to 1 a.m., people slowly started going upstairs. Sleep was finally winning. Me, my dad, my brother-in-law, and my sister stood up together and walked towards the stairs. We call out to him, Ayah, we are going up already. You not coming up? No answer. We assumed he had fallen asleep on the sofa like usual, and then we left him there. The rest of the family was still downstairs cleaning up. My baby niece started crying, but everyone thought she was just tired. Then everything flipped in a second. We were already halfway upstairs when my brother-in-law suddenly stopped and shouted, Ayah, asal dekat atas? Bila ayah naik? Siapa tu kat sofa bawah? We all turned, and there he was, standing near the toilet upstairs, looking so confused, like we were the ones acting strange. He said he had been in the toilet the whole time, and my sister checked him again, asking if it was really him. He confirmed it. That was when panic hit, because all of us had just seen someone sitting on the sofa downstairs. Me and my brother-in-law and my sister and my dad all froze at the same time. Then I said it out loud without thinking. So who was sitting on the sofa just now? We ran. All four of us rushed downstairs so fast it didn't feel like stairs anymore. I fell at some point, but I didn't even process it. I just grabbed my brother-in-law's leg and he basically dragged me the rest of the way. Even my dad was running at full speed, and that alone was scary because he is usually the calm one. Downstairs, my aunties and mom look at us like as if we lost our minds. They literally went, Astaghfirullahaladzim, korang dah kenapa? Typical mak-mak shout. We explained everything while still breathing heavily. Then we looked at the sofa. Empty. No one was there. Just an empty seat like nothing had ever happened. No sight of anyone sitting there. And that night, I could not sleep properly. I was supposed to go to another room, but I refused to walk past anything. I ended up staying in my parents' room and we all pushed the beds together like kids. The next morning, during breakfast, everyone started sharing small pieces of their own experiences. My dad mentioned that on the first night, while walking upstairs, he heard knocking coming from the emergency door. He ignored it, but said it felt wrong. The strange part is that door is high up and inaccessible from outside. Then came the pool table story. After Subuh on the second day, a few of the uncles got excited and played just one shot of billiards. Just one. And right after that shot, they heard a doorbell and a loud knocking at the same time. All three of them froze and ran. They did not open the door. Who would at 6 a.m. anyway? My mum also shared something quieter. While getting ready, she thought she saw someone sitting on the bed in one of the rooms. She thought it was my aunt. But my aunt was downstairs at that time eating breakfast. By checkout day, the atmosphere had already shifted. Everyone was quieter, more careful. My Pak Haji uncle led dua during checkout and was the last to leave, making sure he closed the door while reciting the prayers. Then came the final unsettling detail. As we walked through the corridor, we realized something. the surrounding units were completely empty. No lights, no movement, no signs of life at all. So then, what exactly had been knocking at 6 a.m. in the morning? Till today, nobody in my family had a proper answer. We just knew that trip in Malacca was just not a normal family holiday. And if you have read until here, thank you so much for reading my short story, Chic Babes. May you soar higher and stay real always.
Ending.
Ending dengan lagu.
Nice. Alright.
Wow, meremang aku baca cerita ni. Can you imagine pakcik-pakcik Wak Zakaria nak main bilik?
Betul.
For them to panic tiba-tiba.
Asal aku tak boleh imagine.
Aku pun tak boleh imagine. Tiba-tiba diorang start panic. Habis pakcik-pakcik ni semua. Weh, apa semua bunyi?
Dia pakcik yang dulu awak masuk competition.
Semua dia pernah. Okay.
So the next one is unfinished business at Desaru.
Desaru pula. Ni macam trip-trip punya episod.
Episod ni
Okay,
trip
kita cari cerita trip-trip lagi. Okay, Desaru.
Hello ladies. This happened to me during the COVID years. Please keep me anonymous.
Right.
I was working in Desaru at the time. One night, my colleague, Kak As, bukan nama Suna, and I decided to drive to JB for a change of air. We headed back to Desaru before midnight. I was driving when a group of bikers overtook us. Suddenly, right in front of me, one of the bikers got into an accident.
Ya Allah.
I managed to avoid it just in time. In my rear view mirror, I saw the biker slide to the other side of the road and a car behind me pulled over.
Okay.
I did the same. I stayed in the car for a moment, observing through my mirror. Then I saw a petite lady step out of the car behind me. Instinctively, I felt I should check on her. It was pitch dark and the road was quiet. I told Kak As, kau tunggu sini. Kau jaga kita. Aku pergi check belakang. I approached the lady. She was fine and her car wasn't damaged. We then held hands and walked about 10 meters to check on the biker. But strangely, there was no one there. No biker, no sign of an accident, nothing. I immediately grabbed her hand and brought her back to her car. I asked her to drive in front of me so I could watch from behind. But she was too scared and insisted on following me instead. I agreed and we continued our journey. About 15 minutes later, I checked my rear view mirror to make sure she was still there. The moment I looked back at the road ahead, I saw something lying in the middle of the road. A large figure, but wrapped in black instead of white.
What the hell?
It's a pocong. Tapi it's wrapped in black. Allahu Akbar. Kak As gasped. Ya Allah. Apa tu? Pocong? I quickly, shh. I told her, buka ayat Quran. Anything. I slowed down and stopped slightly to the side, signaling the lady to drive ahead of me. I wasn't sure if she saw it too. I didn't get a chance to ask. So we were about 10 minutes away from the Desaru toll. I saw her car approaching the toll and I took the lane beside her. But after I passed through, she never did.
Eh,
I looked around. There was no sign of her car at all. It was as if she had disappeared. Kak As and I were in deep puzzle, and we just kept reciting and continued driving.
yeah.
I told her, Kak As, jom pergi minum dulu lah. I tak nak balik terus. About an hour later, we finally went home. When I got out of the car, I noticed something on the back door.
What?
A handprint. 4 fingers were pressed together and one was slightly apart. I will attach a picture for you ladies to see. The next day, I took leave and went back to my father. He prepared aidoa for me and it took me quite some time to recover from the experience. Thank you for reading. Ooh, this could be a chic production. He's proud of that though.
Audio guy is having so much fun with the new jingle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn son.
How? Oh my god, Plaza Tol babe. Kau tahu tol gini. Tapi dia tak lepas-lepas. Dia pergi mana sih?
Pasal dia tunggulah kan. Pasal like because that
sama kan.
petite lady, akulah boleh berlakon as the petite lady.
Yelah kau kan El Petit.
Tahu tak apa.
Wow.
Kau boleh berlakon as the
Yang drive lagi satu.
then Kak As is siapa? Aunty Lina. Kan?
Boleh.
Ya, biker boleh jadi.
Biker pun hilang.
Yeah, so it's like kau tahu it's like macam this entity, dorang komplot.
Komplot lah
tak?
pula.
Yeah, komplot. Okay,
Komplot.
Act 1, Act 2, Act 3.
Kan. Okay, biker keluar dulu. Biker tu. Hilang.
Ya,
Hilang.
Dia tiba-tiba ada kereta.
Okay, dia macam theatre show. Okay, lepas tu kereta keluar.
Steven Spielberg ni.
Yes. Yes.
Act 1 by pum pam pum kata pum pam. Lepas tu kau macam kau
Kan.
kau check rearview mirror.
Tak ada apa-apa.
Ada kereta stop belakang kau.
So aku keluar.
Ada
Okay.
petite lady keluar.
El Petit engkau. El Petit keluar.
Ya Allah. Terus kau macam
Okay, sabar. Okay, tak apa. Kita konvoy
Kak As,
ya.
duduk sini. Kau pergi kat aku. Are you okay? Aku pun yelah, cause aku ingat aku langgar biker apa.
Yelah betul. But it's an act.
It's an act. Terus kau macam it's okay, come. Let's go check. You held my hand somehow.
Exactly.
Kan that lady held someone's hand. She went to the two and tak ada biker. No signs of accident, you know. So that petite girl pun macam like, tadi ada orang kan? Tadi tu. You nampak? I pun nampak.
Yeah.
And then okay, tak apa. Kita sama-sama. And then bila kau start kereta, kau tengok rearview mirror kau ada pocong tapi warna hitam. In the middle of the road.
Tiba.
Tapi the thing is Kak As pun nampak ni, bukan kau seorang.
Yes.
So Kak As nampak kau apa tu pocong. Dah. Okay, jom kita tu. Terus pergi tol Desaru. Sebelah. Aku yang drive sebelah.
Yeah. Kita macam exchange look aku macam signal
Dan aku just
lepas tu kau tak
muka pale macam
Weh,
tak ada. Aku tak ada. So kau macam mana so tak mustahil yang the zoom. Why would she do that? Because
exactly. And it's at night, right?
Yeah.
Mana banyak kereta.
Yeah.
Kan. And we all know Desaru Road, right? Kan dia macam sorry, kau pun. Desaru Road is like kau tahu one lane like that.
Yeah.
It's very narrow and
Oh, that is
the next story. Okay, jap. Wow, that is a good one, huh?
that was a good one. Should have kept it for never mind lah.
Okay. Hi, Rida and Sophia. My name is Aisha from Brunei. Hello. I have a cerita seram, maybe, that I encountered recently, and it's about whistling, or in Brunei we call bersiul. Okay. A few days ago, my husband and I went for a quick bike ride around our kampung. It was around 6 p.m, about half an hour before Maghrib. As we were cycling, we passed by this Chinese auntie house. She had birds in cages by the front gate and they were happily tweeting away. Tweety bird dekat dalam cage. We stopped for a bit and I decided to whistle back at them. My first attempt was rusty.
Macam aku ni siul lah. Siul lah kau ni.
Siul. And then I tried again. A second time. A third. A fourth. Still couldn't get my whistle right. And then suddenly I remembered what my parents used to say. Jangan bersiul, karang terpanggil hantu. Don't whistle or you'll end up calling hantu. I brushed it off and thought, hey, superstitious je. And continued whistling just to kacau the birds. Not long after that, Azan Maghrib began, so we stopped and cycled back home. And that night, around midnight, close to 1 a.m., I was still awake and couldn't sleep. I opened my journal and was about to start writing when, all of a sudden, I heard someone trying to whistle outside, just like I did. The same rusty whistle. You know that part where I was trying to whistle? The one where I went sekali, dua kali, tiga kali, but it was still rusty? It sounded exactly like that. And my heart started racing. I just froze, trying to listen while also questioning myself.
Just now what happened suddenly.
Don't know. You can see from mine this one.
Means I know a scary part is coming.
The question, so I started questioning myself. Benar ke ni? Am I actually hearing this? Because it sounded exactly like me. It was as if someone was replaying the exact way I had been attempting to whistle earlier that evening. And the creepiest part, the room had gone eerily silent, almost as if everything had made way for that sound to be heard by me. No bunyi aircon, no bunyi fridge and crickets, nothing. Do you get what I mean?
I get what you mean.
Yeah. I immediately jumped onto the bed and squeezed myself right up against my husband, who was already fast asleep. Until our backs were touching, I was like, okay, that's my cue to sleep. And I did. That's the end of the story. Ha ha. Moral of the story, jangan bersiul waktu maghrib. Or better yet, jangan bersiul at all. Ha. Thanks Rita and Sophia. You guys are the best. Love the CHKS jingle though. Thank you so much for sending your story. Oh,
Very scary, Mary.
Aku pun tak boleh whistle, so I can imagine that rusty whistle. And you know, I can't. I'm still trying. Okay, anyway, this episode is brought to you by the Acacia Geneo. Kalau korang book your appointment, a personal tour dengan Acacia Geneo, jangan lupa and let them know that you guys are TCC listeners. Mana tahu ada freebies ke, ada offer ke, mana tahu, just let them know. Okay?
Betul.
Alright, moving on. Cerita lagi satu.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Okay.
Kita dah ada cerita Brunei, kita dah ada cerita Melaka, Desaru pun ada.
Okay.
Jom.
Ni kat Singapore lah.
Oh.
Tapi pun macam dekat chalet lah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Chalet Singapore seram
Kan. Hai Wirda dan Sophia. Salam perkenalan daripada your listener from Malaysia. I really enjoy your podcast sharing session. Ada memang favorite part banyak cerita hantu seram. And I nak cerita pengalaman yang I tak dapat lupakan sampai sekarang. Tengyang-yang dalam kepala bentuk dan figurah entiti yang menjelma mengganggu I di pusat pengajian terkenal di Malaysia. Ini pun macam baik.
Stop it, finish up.
Pada tahun pertama, I duduk di college kediaman yang disediakan dan masa tu I ada roommate. Tapi pada tahun kedua dan ketiga, I dipindahkan ke bilik single dan dalam satu rumah tu ada banyak bilik single and semua penghuni penuh. Mind you, kawasan rumah kita orang atas bukit dan bersebelahan dengan hutan.
Okay.
Pada awal semester I study sini, tak pernah ada pengalaman yang pelik-pelik sebab I banyak dengar cerita. Sampailah I final SEM.
Okay.
I ingat lagi masa tu tengah exam week. I had daily routine dengan kawan-kawan macam biasa. And balik bilik macam biasa. Selalunya time exam week ni I memang tak nyenyak tidur. And terpaksa ambil ubat batuk yang mengantuk tu untuk tidur lena. Tapi malam tu I rasa tak nak ambil sebab I memang mengantuk gila.
Okay.
So lepas habis tadi dalam pukul 12 malam macam tu, I dah start mengantuk and ready dah nak tidur. Masa I nak terlelap tu, I terdengar bunyi orang sebelah keluar bilik and bunyi tapak kaki menuju ke bilik air. Memang selalunya akan dengar bunyi tapak kaki, tanda ada orang dalam rumah tu. Okey, I teruskan macam biasa sebab mengantuk. Tapi dalam 1 minit kemudian, I dengar ketukan halus dari pintu bilik sebelah. Yang peliknya, I tak dengar bunyi tapak kaki datang dari arah mana. Tapi I tak hiraukan sebab bukan bilik I. So I sambung tidur. Time I tidur nyenyak, tiba-tiba I rasa macam tak dapat gerakkan badan sebab I tidur mengiring. Mind you, katil I memang diletakkan sebelah tingkap. So, I mengiring menghadap bilik. Dalam keadaan kaku, I nampak langsi bilik tiba-tiba terselak kuat seolah-olah ada angin lalu. Tapi benda tu bukan kibaran angin. Ada something yang buat I terkejut. I nampak satu figura pocong masuk ke bilik melalui tingkap itu, berdiri and pijak atas badan I yang tengah mengiring. Badan I memang tak boleh gerak. Mulut I terkomat-kamit cari ayat, tapi satu pun tak jadi. I tak nampak muka dia sebab kepala I tak boleh tuli ke atas. Tapi I boleh rasakan berat badan Poch itu atas badan I. Lepas itu, dalam berapa saat, Poch tu hilang. Dan tiba-tiba I nampak langsi tu tersilap lagi sekali. Sama macam cara pocong tu masuk bilik. Tapi kali ini bukan dia.
Siapa pula masuk bilik dia?
Tapi seorang perempuan yang mukanya sepicik macam dalam cerita Pontianak Harum Sundal Malam. Macam Maya Karin. Muka putih, bibir hitam dan berbaju putih. Kainnya buruk. Dia berdiri atas I and perlahan-lahan turunkan badan serta kakinya seolah-olah mencangkung atas badan I. Sama macam scene Maya turunkan badan dia masa atas Marsani dan bisik marah. Pulangkan busana. Pulangkan busana. Ada tak scene tu? Scene Maya turunkan badan dia masa atas Marsani dan bisik marah. Okay, masa tu I memang dah tak boleh bergerak langsung. Yang I ingat, I berpeluh kuat masa tu and nafas I laju. Lepas tu, perempuan tu terus terbang keluar dari tingkap dan I nampak langsi tu berkibar kuat macam ada angin lalu. I tarik nafas panjang and tiba-tiba badan I yang kaku tadi terus boleh bergerak. I terus sebut, Ya Allah. Banyak kali. Satu badan I berbelum. I memang menggigil teruk masa tu. I tengok jam, tepat pukul 3:17 pagi. Bilik jadi sunyi semula. Sunyi yang terlalu sunyi. Sampai bunyi kipas pun macam jauh. I terus bangun duduk sambil tarik selimut rapat ke badan. Kepala I masih rasa berat. Dada berdebar. Dalam hati, I cuba sedapkan diri sendiri. Mungkin mimpi. Mungkin sebab penat tadi. Tapi masa I nak capai phone atas meja sebelah katil, mata I terus terpandang sesuatu dekat tingkap. Ada kesan tapak kaki. Bukan tapak kaki penuh, macam bekas lumpur hitam yang panjang dan basah. Bermula dari tingkap sampai hujung katil I. Masa tu memang terus rasa darah beku. I cepat-cepat buka lampu. Bilik terang semua. Bila lampu terbuka, kesan tu hilang. Macam tak pernah ada. Tapi langsir bilik I masih bergerak perlahan walaupun tingkap tertutup rapat. I dah tak berani tidur. I duduk atas katil sambil baca apa yang I ingat. Nak call roommate semua tak dapat sebab dah lewat sangat. Mungkin orang dah tidur. Dalam pukul 4 lebih macam tu baru I rasa mata makin berat. Dan entah macam mana I terus tidur sambil tersandar dekat dinding. Start dari hari tu I dah tak berani tidur dalam bilik. I tumbang bilik kawan I and ceritakan semua benda tu dekat kawan-kawan. Kawan I kata mungkin sebab college tu bersebelahan dewan kaunselor. And kat situ memang ada pusat kebudayaan. Kat situ memang banyak experience pelik. Dan I tertanya-tanya, busana apa yang perlu dipulangkan tu? Sebab I memang pernah join buat persembahan kebudayaan. Tapi I tak rasa I curi atau ambil apa-apa dari sana. I rasa itu pengalaman paling seram yang I takkan pernah lupa sampai bila-bila. Okay girlies, I rasa cerita I panjang sangat. And I harap you guys teruskan podcast and stay gorgeous. XOXO.
Thank you for sending your story. Oh my god. Damn. Dia boleh take turn pula tu. Kau masuk dulu, lepas kau masuk aku masuk.
Itulah.
Ayo, okay, thank you so much guys for tuning into this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed cerita-cerita hari ni. Seram-seram. Aku pun tak boleh angkat, aku dah peluk bantal ni dah. But anyway, this episode is brought to you by the Acacia Geneo. If you guys would love to have a wedding there, please book your personal tour and check out the wedding venue at the Acacia at Geneo. So thank you so much and we see you guys in the next one. Bye.